Good afternoon, everyone. We are starting the Benelux competition in the afternoon with a 100 kilo squat by Jante van Belzen.
And that was a good lift. Next up is Elina Weber with 125 kilos. An easy opener for Elina Weber.
Anouk is opening with a 127.5 kilo squat. That looked solid. And 3 white lights. It's a good lift for Anouk.
Next up is Zoe Coyne with a 127.5 kilos also.
That looked like a very easy first attempt. 3 white lights. That's a good lift for Zoe. Next on, we have 130 kilos for Evelien from Belgium. And the bar is loaded. That went up fast. And 3 white lights. Up until now, we all have good lifts as first attempts, just as we like to see. Next on, we have 135 kilos on the bar for Julie Bolle, also from Belgium, and the bar is loaded.
That was a fast opener. Let's see if it's good. It is. 3 white lights.
Very good job. Our spotters loading the bar very quickly again for the next lift.
150 kilos is next.
Seems to be wearing a mouth guard, which is totally okay. Lifters prefer it because they just like to bite on something, really set themselves up for success. That looks like a nice deep squat. 3 white lights. A good lift.
Next up, the last squat of the first attempt, a 200 kilo squats by Vroni Peters.
That is a damn big squat.
The bar is loaded and Vroni is ready to squat. A very solid first attempt.
Very fast squat. 3 white lights. That's a good lift. That was the first attempt on squats for the first flight. The first flight consists only of women, and the flight later on today will be just men. But the Benelux Cup is somewhat of a different kind of competition because men and women are all competing together because everybody is being ranked on their good lift points. So it's different than the usual competitions where you have different weight classes, men and women divided, and based on total. So that's not how this competition goes.
And for those unaware, the good lift points is a way to measure how you do compared to your body weight.
Yes. Now we see Janse van Belzen with a 7.5 key as her second squat attempt. That looks very solid. And the judges agree that's 3 white lights for Janse.
I think so far we've only seen good lifts and almost all white lights.
I don't think we've seen any red lights yet, so that's really good.
Yeah, it's a difference compared to the morning session where a lot of lifters got red lights on their first and second attempt.
It was also kind of different because it's, of course, equipped.
Yeah.
Also, there was an equipped group this morning, so that means they're wearing a bench press shirt and a squat, certain squat split.
Yeah, and
that
these
lifters are not wearing. Lights are also more in raw lifting, which.
Yeah, definitely.
Squat.
Very controlled squat.
Very steady.
And 3 white lights again.
Everybody
Continuing
is
the
on
trend.
a nice streak this morning, afternoon. Next on, we have Anouk with a 135 kilo squat. This is actually one of my best friends right now, so
amazing.
let's cheer her on. Come on! Come on!
Sadly, the first no lift of the afternoon flight. It looked like she maybe lost balance a little bit. We'll see on the third attempt if she can rectify the attempt.
Yep. I also know she had to do a water cut, so
That's also rough.
that might be influencing something. But hopefully she will take some nice rest right now, and she's going to try again in her third attempt. Bar as well. Squat stand. Everybody squats differently. She gets 3 white lights.
Next up is Evelien Artoos with a 140 kilo squat for a second attempt.
It looks like she has her game face on. All ready to go.
Sadly, she didn't get the 140 kilo squat.
But she has another attempt to go, so she'll probably try again in her third attempt. She was very close to getting there. And the bar is loaded with 142.5 kilos for Julie Bolle.
That looks like a solid second attempt.
Had to work that little bit, but that came up nicely, and she is being rewarded with 3 white lights. A very nice second attempt, and we're going to make a little jump now to 155 kilos on the bar for nice.
So far, we haven't seen any squats that have been too high, which is pretty remarkable. Everybody got their depth in order.
Yeah.
A bit of a fight, but it looks like a solid second attempt.
Pushed through. And 3 white lights. That's a good lift for Nais. Then we have a big jump right now to 207.5 kilos on the bar for Vroni. It's a 7.5 kilo jump from her opener, which looked solid. The bar is loaded for Vroni. Made a big jump on the platform, ready to go.
Apparently this would be a personal best for her. Let's see if she can get it.
What? Went up
Very
easily.
fast as well.
3 white lights.
I think she has a lot more in the tank.
She does. I'm curious what she'll do for the third attempt. Now we move on to 112.5 kilo squat for Jante van Belze.
Which is comfortably above double bodyweight squat.
Yeah. Lightest competitor we have this afternoon, this day actually. She's also lighter than the girls we saw this morning. Bar is loaded.
She's taking her time, making sure she's set up all nicely. A bit of a grinder, but it looked
Slow
solid.
and steady squat. And 3 white lights. That's 3 out of 3 for Jante. Now we have Anouk Greve with 135 kilos on the bar. Same as her second attempt. That's it. The bar is loaded.
This would be a 7.5 personal best. So let's see if she can rectify the second attempt.
Get it in. See? Come up!
Sadly, she got it.
I know she wants to get her European Championships qualification, so she needs to work with her bench and deadlift. Now we have 140 kilos on the bar for Evelien Artoos. Second attempt. Right now. Let's try again.
She's fighting for it, but sadly she didn't get it.
It was a bit too heavy today, but she has a nice 130 kilo squat on the board. Keep 140 kilos on the bar for Elina Eber. And the bar is loaded. cheered on by her coach.
Looks like a very solid third attempt.
And the judges agree. 3 white lights. That is a good third lift for Elina. She's going 3 for 3. Have 42.5 kilos on the bar for Zoe. Both squat poles a bit inward. Bar does not crack when she steps backward. Fortunately, that was a bit too heavy today. But she has a nice 135 kilo squat on the board.
She has a very interesting squat stance indeed, where she squats with flats and a very narrow stance. It's not something you see that often.
Some people have a bit of difficulty reaching depth when they're lifting on flats and narrow, and she does both. So that means she's a deep squatter naturally. Now we have a 5 kilo jump to 147.5 kilos for Julie. And she's almost there, pushing through.
A bit of a fight, but that looked good.
And that's 3 white lights. 3 good lifts for Julie.
We are seeing some more failed lifts in the third attempts, but still overall a lot of successful lifts this flight.
East is going to equal the national record, the Belgium national record. Belgian lifter.
Would she be able to chip it with 0.5 kilos in this competition?
Very nice.
What you would normally see in competition, if lifters go for the record, they would chip with 0.5 kilos to get a slightly higher total. But since this competition is based on GR points, I guess it doesn't really that much. She gets it up. Now let's see if the judges agree. Sadly, not a good lift. I think the depth was a bit too high.
There's 2 red cards given, so that indeed means that depth was not there today. But strength is definitely there, so you will get it next time. Or is it overruled? I see a green light on the board. I think it's overruled by the jury. And that it's now a good lift. So that's very nice. Congratulations, nice.
Next up, 212.5 kilos for Vroni Peters.
207.5 went up flying. So we have full faith that she'll do again.
A
And
very
that
fast
was
third
easy,
squat.
or at least it looked easy.
It's a good lift.
A good lift. 212.5 kilos. That's a big squat.
At the moment, if we're looking at GL points, we're going to also see that Vroni is leading with 37.2 points, which is quite a big jump from the second place, which has 33.5 points.
Of course, squat is only the first part of the competition, so that can definitely change
Yeah, what you usually see is
in
that
the
the
coming few hours.
higher weight classes are a bit better at squat.
Now we move over to the second flight of the afternoon. The men. First squat at 75 kilos for Philippe. And that's a very deep chest squat.
He probably is dealing with an injury and chooses to load the lowest possible weight.
Maybe he's going for a bench record later.
You rarely you see that lifters attend a meet only do one certain lift on which they want to get a record, and for the other two, in order to qualify, you have to put up at least 70 kilos.
Actually, you're allowed to only bar with the
Oh, really?
closing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that would be 30 kilos. But most lifters
yeah.
just add 2 rep plates. Also for the spotters.
Yeah, exactly. Saves a bit of work for the
Yes.
spotters.
Now we have Basile. I hope I say it right. 142.5 kilos on the bar. Steady speed, but unfortunately not deep enough. 2 red lights.
He should have it on the second attempt, though.
Strength is definitely there, so he goes a little bit deeper, can make it official. Now we have Rafael Reuter, 147.5 kilos on the bar. Very deep squat. And a good lift.
Moved how a opener should preferably move.
That's how you want him to look. Now we have a little jump towards 165 kilos from Ben. The bar is loaded for Ben. Squat. Let's see what the judges give him. 2 white lights, and that's a good lift. And now we have 172.5 kilos on the bar for Daniel. I love how everyone has different rituals walking on the platform.
Yes, I was thinking the same. He takes his
Some
time.
are very calm. Some jump right on it.
a very deep
Very
squat.
deep squat. And it was very fast. 3 white lights. It's a good first lift. He also seemed to have a more high bar kind of squat
Yes, he
than
has
a
a
low
very
bar.
more like a Chinese Olympic weightlifting squat. While it is good to get comfortable depth, it can of course means trading in some kilos, since it does make the lift a bit harder.
Some people do, of course, have like the genetics to be stronger on a high bar squat than a low bar squat.
Absolutely.
So it also might depend. Maybe he's more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Next on, we have 195 kilos on the bar for Tiziano.
He has a very interesting singlet.
Very graphic. And that looked steady. 2 white lights. He got 1 red light for depth from the main referee. Of course, it's harder to see depth from the front.
Yes, definitely.
So it's most common if you get a red card, it's from the head referee.
Yeah.
Now we have Michael with a 200 kilo squat.
Which is a very high opener for a minus 74 kilo lifter.
Yeah, it is. And he's not wearing any wrist straps. Wow, that's a quick squat.
A very explosive lifter, apparently.
3 white lights. And if you just blinked, you might have missed the squat.
Some people like to lift more controlled. Some people like to get a lot of explosiveness out of the hole by going really quickly.
Yeah. Is it allowed to wear your deadlifting socks when you're squatting?
Sorry, your what?
Your deadlifting socks.
Apparently so.
Apparently, yeah. Now we have 215 kilos on the bar for Dan Pepers. And he's an 83 kilo lifter, so also a very high opener squat. Very steady. 3 white lights. That's a good first squat.
He'll be feeling good after that one.
And we move up 10 kilos to 225 kilos for Zorin. And the bar is loaded. What? You're just thinking 3 white lights.
It looked very deep as well.
He did. Very little issue on depth this squat session.
A nice change of pace from the morning session.
There was a lot of depth issues this morning, indeed. Now we have 230 kilos on the bar for Martijn.
very quick. Looked deep as well.
Rewarded by the judges. 3 white lights. Go up to 35 kilos for Amin. Putting on flats. Very deep squat.
And it seems smooth.
8 white lights from the judges. Now we have a massive opener. 207.5 kilos on the bar for Brandon. Bar is loaded.
Let's see. Opener goes.
Wow.
Very solid.
Very solid first squat. But 2
Oh.
red from the side referees
Oh.
on depth.
Yep.
We got 2 red cards.
It's a bit hard to see from here, so apologies if we do get it wrong beforehand.
Referee is discussing whether to overrule it or not. And it is overruled.
Oh.
So that's a Brandon.
Next up is Erik van der Bulk with 260 kilos in the 105 kilo weight class as well. So it's interesting, in both the 93 weight class and the 105 weight class, you very similar squats.
Had to work for that a little bit.
It did look a lot harder, but it is a good lift.
It is a good lift.
Maybe you just lost balance. We'll see on the next attempt.
Yeah. Or maybe he's a grinding squatter.
Could be as well.
Yeah.
You would know about that. My fellow commentator here is known for grinding from the warm-ups. For some people, it moves very fast, and then all of a sudden they can't do it anymore. For others, everything is a grind.
I'm definitely one of those always a grind.
I am the opposite. Either it flies or I'm not getting it. Let's see if he can rectify his first attempt. Yeah.
Squat. Yeah.
He filled the last one on depth, but the strength was there. So let's see if he can just go a slight bit deeper.
Looked deeper than the last lift.
Let's
So
see what the
let's see
judges
what
say.
the referees say. And yes, he got 3 white lights. So now officially everybody has secured a total, at least from what they've shown up till now. You need to have at least 1 good lift on your both your squat, your bench press, and your deadlift. Now everybody has 1 good.
Yes.
We do see that Felipe has put in zeros for his next squat as we expected. So he will probably be focusing on bench, 1 deadlift.
Yes, we can see that his deadlift is also 75. So he'll go for a personal best on bench, I would assume.
Now we have 107.5 kilos on the bar for Kyle. that
Deep.
move fast. 3 white lights.
A good lift.
Very good lift.
He's
Might
happy
be-
with it.
He might be going for a double body weight squat.
Oh,
He weighed in at 80.22. So if he squats at least 161, he has a double body weight squat. The bar is loaded now with 175 kilos for Ben. Have some young Belgian lifters today.
yeah, it does look like it. Good.
It's a good lift.
He might also be going for a double bodyweight squat on his last attempt.
We do see that Rafael indeed put a 165 kilo squat on the board, so very curious what he'll do in his next attempt. Now we have the bar loaded for Daniel with 185 kilos.
Let's see if he goes as deep this time.
Very deep
Yeah.
again,
I think it's slightly less deep, but still very deep.
and way past parallel.
I mean, it's a good way to guarantee that you'll have it on depth.
Sure, yeah. Some people do feel stronger going very deep because it's,
That as well,
it's their
yeah.
more natural way
Yeah.
of squatting. But you do see that often people can like save energy not going too deep
Yeah.
and squat a little more if they squat a little higher.
Yeah. Or it might help them on the later lifts.
Now we have 202.5 kilos on the bar for Jano, and I hope
I'm not gonna attempt it.
definitely gonna attempt a squat. Five spotters around him. Worked for that, but he pushed through. And that's 3 white lights. Good lift.
He might also be going for double body weight next
Yeah.
attempt.
He already has one. He
Oh,
weighed
is it?
in. He weighed in at 97.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And now we go to 210 kilos on the bar from Michael with a body weight of 72.16 kilos.
Very impressive.
Very impressive.
I think he has a very explosive squat, so if you blink, you might miss it.
Without rest reps.
Yeah. Some people's wrists are just a bit more sturdy.
Yeah. Apparently.
He's also squatting in flats. It makes getting depth a bit harder for some people, but it does give more stability.
Very fast.
Yeah, looks very good.
And that's 3 white lights.
Very impressive.
Very impressive. And now we move on to 225 kilos on the bar for Dan Pepers. This is a 10-kilo jump from his opener.
I do like the 4 rep plates. Yeah. That's half the reason why people powerlift, just to look at the nice plates. Depth looks good.
That looks very steady. And it's a good lift.
Very impressive.
I'm very curious what he's got left in him for his third attempt because there's much more left in the
He
tank.
did look excited after the lift.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess maybe a 10 kilo jump, either 7.5 or 10.
Right. Yeah.
This would be a personal best for my time, a 240 kilo squat.
That looks
Ooh.
heavy. Oh.
Sadly, he didn't get it. Couldn't get through his sticking point.
But he gets to try again on his third attempt. Now we'll have 2.5 kilo bar full. Kilo jump, no less.
First one must have felt really good.
Probably did.
But I do think you see bigger jumps in the higher weight classes. So
Yeah.
this might just be the plan from the start.
Is the only one in the minus 100 weight class.
Also no wrist wraps, interesting.
My wrist with neck. Great.
Yeah.
Definitely under this weight. Very impressive. Very nice. 3 white lights. It's a good lift for Zorin. And we keep the 245 kilos on the bar for Amin. And Amin is also a good 20 kilos lighter.
Yes, a difference of 2 weight classes in between.
Yeah. Very impressive squat.
Very deep
Very deep.
and very fast. Looks like he has a lot more in the tank.
Curious what he'll do on his third attempt.
He'll probably go a bit conservative, but I would give him at least 15 more kilos
Yeah,
on his squat.
sure. We actually see a 15 kilo jump from Zorin to 60
Oh,
kilos. So
look at that.
who knows? Maybe Amin follows. We will go now to a 265 kilo squat from Erik. That was a solid squat, 3 white lights, a good second lift for Erik. And we move to the last second attempt squat today of Brendan with 270 kilos on the bar.
This would be a 10 kilo personal best for Brandon.
Very nice bar. Let's see if has it in him today.
Only on his second attempt. The first one moved very quick. So I'm expecting him to get it.
Definitely.
He's hyping himself up.
And that was deep as well, or at least like that from the front. And that's a good lift to white lights.
Again, a depth call from the center judge, but like we mentioned, it's pretty hard to see.
Yeah. Now we move to a 147.5 kilo squat from Basil. The bar is loaded. Body weight squat.
This is a 5 kilo jump from his last attempt. Looks a bit high, but let's see what the referees.
Through, and he gets
it's a
3
good
white
lift.
lights.
Oh, there you go.
A good lift.
Congratulations.
He's also a very tall 74
Yes.
kilo lifter.
Does look very young, so it'll probably go up in weight class when he gets older.
Over time, yeah. Slow and steady bulk.
Yeah, as a taller person, I can confirm it takes a long time. You have to be patient.
The bar is loaded with 165 kilos for Rafael. 7.5 kilo attempt.
This would be the double body weight squat and then some spare. Very deep. Oh, he fights through it.
Through, very nice.
Yes.
That looks like a very good third attempt choice.
He's very happy.
And he gets to be. That's a good lift.
Yeah, I think the second one looked pretty difficult, so this is actually really good.
Yeah. And now we make a jump to 182.5 kilos on the bar for Ben. And the bar is loaded. Coach is cheering him on as he gets on the platform. Signal.
A nice controlled squat. That looks good.
Very nice and steady squat. And he's rewarded with 3 white lights. He went 3 out of 3. Good job, Ben. Now we move to 200 kilos, the big 200 for Daniel.
It's a very big jump from 185 to 200. Taking his time, focusing.
Bar is loaded. You have 1 minute. Start squat signal. That referee gets it. And that's a very nice
solid.
looking squat. 3 white lights.
I think he had some more in the tank actually.
Definitely. But this makes for a very nice PR.
Yes,
It's definitely a milestone.
definitely.
Now we have 205 kilos on the bar for Tiziano.
A 2.5 kilo jump. Oh, he probably felt like his last one was really heavy. Let's see if he can add 2.5 kilos to his total.
Ooh,
Looked deep enough.
2 white lights, that's a good lift. The head referee gave him a red card, which means that his squat was a bit too high, but as we said before, the head referee did the least well, basically.
Oh,
Oh, it has been overruled, unfortunately, and the 205 kilo squat by Tiziano is not a good lift. If the referees give either white or red lights, jury
yes.
3 white or 3 red, the jury can no longer overrule.
Yeah.
Now we have 205 kilos on the bar for Mike.
A 7.5 kilo jump. His last one did look really fast, but like we mentioned, he could be a very explosive lifter, which means that at a certain point it just stops going up. There's not really possibility for him to grind through it.
As much an abrupt stop start.
Yes, exactly.
That's it. There he goes.
Very
he
solid.
can grind as well.
Yeah.
And he's worked it up. Does he have the 5 kilos?
That's a very
3
nice
white lights.
third lift. He had
Very
to work
deep
for
as
that,
well.
but
Yeah.
very nice third attempt. And he also went 3 out of 3.
Yeah.
Have very many good lifts this in these sessions.
Yeah.
Now we have a 35 kilo squat for Dan.
A 10 kilo jump.
Another 10 kilo jump. His last lift looked very nice.
So we do expect this to move well as well.
The audience cheering him on.
Looks deep enough. And it's good.
It was a bit of a grind, but it is 3 white lights and 3 good lifts for Dan.
For almost a 3 times body weight squat.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
The bar is loaded for Martijn with 240 kilos.
Let's see if he can get it this time. He did fill it on his second attempt.
Gets to try again. He looks hyped. Looks ready. And that is deep enough, but
Wasn't there.
unfortunately it's a bit too heavy today. But he has a very nice 230 squat on the board. And now we move up to 252.5 kilos on the bar for Amin. It's a 7.5 kilo jump.
Which we did think he might have more in the tank, but we'll see. This is a record for him. A personal best, I mean. Very deep.
Very deep squat, and he grinds. Yes,
I would say that's a good attempt selection.
that is a good third lift.
He is very happy, as he should be. That's an incredibly impressive squat for that body weight.
Very impressive. And lovely to see the emotions coming here
Exactly.
on the platform after having such a good lift. Now we get 260 kilos on the bar for Zorin.
Which is a 15 kilo jump, I believe.
Yeah. It's a 7.5 kilo personal best.
He is the only lifter that makes our back spotter look small, which is a pretty incredible thing to do.
Yes. Getting ready for bar.
The unrack looks solid.
He pushes it up.
Very controlled.
That's 2 white lights, so that's a good lift.
Again, depth from the center referee. Oh,
Oh, the jury has overruled, unfortunately. So that is no good lift for Zorin. But he does have a very impressive 245 kilo squat on the board. Now we have a 10 kilo increase to 270 kilos on the bar for Erik.
also, fortunately for Zorin, he is a big deadlifter, so he can probably make up for the failed attempt there.
Definitely. Opener is 310 kilos. Holy smokes.
Yeah. And now we see Erik with a 270 kilo squat in the 105 weight class, which is, again, very impressive, like most of these lifters. Very deep.
But
Sadly, he didn't get it.
unfortunately, too heavy today. He has a very nice 265 kilo squat on the board.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 5 kilos.
Yep, he can look back to a very good squat day.
Some people like to really put all their eggs in the basket for the last attempt. Some people like to have a heavy second attempt, so that if they do fail the third attempt, it's not as important.
Some people want to go 3 out of 3 on all exercises, and others it's more like a gift.
Yeah.
If you get the third attempt, it's
Yeah.
more of a, yeah.
Exactly. There's different strategies to
Yeah.
get the highest total.
Based on personal preference, but now we have a 280 kilo squat loaded for Brandon Jacobs.
A 10 kilo jump. He's very hyped.
As he should be for this weight.
That's a lot of weight. Imagine having that on your back. Yeah. Oh, it looks good.
And he pushes it up, yes. Let's see what the referees say. Oh, 2 red lights for depth. Let's see if the jury overrules. They are discussing, but they're also shaking their heads. And they're not overruling, unfortunately. But he has a really nice 270 kilo squat on the board, which is the heaviest squat today, this afternoon. Welcome back for the bench session of this afternoon. And we're starting with Jante van Belzen with a 55 kilo bench.
Which is above body weight as an opener.
Looks like a good first attempt, and there's 3 white lights for Jante.
I'm curious to see if we can keep up the white lights.
Yeah,
Normally with women's bench press you do see some more red lights, especially on the third attempt.
but that was not the case this morning, so we might have a surprising day.
Who knows?
And now we see that there are some blocks added to the platform, which is allowed if you are a bit smaller,
Yeah.
shorter. You can opt for blocks on the platform to place your feet on.
It helps with leg drive, which is very important for bench press.
Yeah, and the arch. And this is indeed a shorter lifter. Evelien, 62.5 kilos on the bar. That's a lift off.
That's quite the range of motion she has.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm expecting a big deadlift.
That's a good lift. 3 white lights. $72.5 kilos for Anouk. Opening with a safe bench press. He's done more than 80 kilos in training, so
Yeah, I mean this is 10 kilos below the record for students, I think.
he's no longer a student.
No, but just,
But yeah,
yeah.
the student record is 83.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In the 57 kilo class, but she's actually in the minus 52 class. It's a mistake.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah.
That explains. Yeah. Okay.
The opener for her.
Very fast.
And it looks fast.
Yep.
And
3 white
3
lights.
white lights. That's a good lift for Anouk. And we keep 72.5 kilos on the bar for Julie. Enters the platform calmly. Love her socks.
Yeah, 2 different socks.
Yeah. Like a good lift from here. That's 2 white lights.
Looks
She did
like
get
an
1
easy
red.
opener.
So that's either for the bar not pressing her chest, or for elbow depth. And
Yeah.
it's probably going to be the last one,
Yeah.
because the head referee sees that one the best. But it's a good lift. So now we have 77.5 kilos, 75 kilos, sorry, on the bar for Elina.
He is using the rack to set up tightly. Something which is very important in the bench press, to be nice and tight.
Like a good lift, and that's 3 white lights.
A very quick opener.
Yeah. And talking about technique, to me, the bench press is the most technical of
Yeah,
the three
I would
lifts.
agree. Yeah.
Some people disagree, but to me, it's the most technical one.
Yeah, I would say it's the easiest to do as far as like how hard it is, because it's the least amount of weight. But
Yeah.
technique-wise, it is definitely the hardest.
Yeah.
That's also why you do see a lot of people failing at third attempt.
Yeah, you can also gain the most from very small technical.
Yeah, yeah.
Have 77.5 kilos on the bar for Zoe. See that some lifters are wearing a belt, some are not. Not required at any time to wear a belt. Always fully optional. Some like it, some don't. And we have a good lift for Zoe.
Next up is Vroni with a 77.5 kilo bench press. Without a lift off, which is of course also an option. Very solid.
And she got 3 white lights. That's a good lift for Bonnie. And now we move up to 85 kilos for Nice. Which is nearly 20 kilos above her body weight. Lift off. White stay.
Yeah. This you also see discrepancy, some like a more narrow stance, some wide.
Nicely. It's a good lift for Nice. So everybody has secured a total, which is very nice.
So far, still have deadlift.
So far, of course, yeah.
It is more rare to bomb out on deadlift, but it does happen.
Now we have 60 kilos on the bar for Jante. Five kilos.
She was up and 3 times student, 67 kilos for 80 kilos,
That was a good lift for Jante. Now we have 67.5 kilos on the bar for Evelien.
Very narrow grip.
which probably explains her range of motion.
Yeah, yeah. Now that I look at it, yeah.
That's a good lift. So now we have 77.5 kilos on the bar for Anouk. This is again a rather safe choice for Anouk. Five-kilo jump from her opener. That went flying.
And it seems smooth.
She gets 2 white lights. The head referee gave her a red light for depth. But it's a good lift.
We were looking at the judges since they can overrule, but they did not overrule the bench.
Nope, they didn't, so that's good. And they seeing a 77.5 kilo load on the bar for Julie. So nice seeing the rep plates.
Yeah. All strong female benches.
Definitely.
A bit of a struggle,
It looked heavier than her first attempt,
which it is.
but it's a good lift.
Yeah.
There's only good lifts until now on bench.
Yeah.
Who knows? All the girls will go 9 for 9. That was a good 80 kilo bench for Elina.
Ik denk de stream niet.
And we move up to an 82.5 kilo bench for Zoe. Very impressive bench for a 57 kilo weight class lifter.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes.
5 kilo from her opener.
Oh,
But
very
it
quick.
moves nicely.
Yeah.
And it's 3 white lights and a good lift.
I'm expecting another 5 kilo jump.
Yeah, I think she definitely has it in her. And we keep 82.5 kilos on the bar for Vroni. Also a 5 kilo jump. Her 77.5 kilo went up flying. So I expect another good lift from her. The bar in bench at her arch.
Looks good.
Looks good.
And it is.
A good lift. And then we have a 5 kilo jump to to 87.5 kilos on the bar for Nais, which is only a 2.5 kilo jump from her opener.
Yeah, interesting.
That move. And it's 3 wide light, so a good lift.
Yep. She'll probably go to 90 next attempt, I'd assume.
Yeah. I think there's more in the tank, but she might go to 90.
Yeah. I would say a 5 kilo jump to the last one is a big
Yeah.
gamble.
Yeah. And she is 5 for 5, so she could still go 99.
Yeah.
Everybody has 2 out of 2 bench presses.
Yeah, we have a
So
lot
that's
of
really nice.
yeah, we have a lot of women still being contention for the 9 for 9. Although that's of course not the main goal, it is impressive.
And a very nice confidence boost.
Exactly. Yeah. Helps going into deadlifts if you got all your 6 previous attempts.
The 5 kilo jump from Jante to 5 kilo.
It's a grinder, but she gets it up.
Nice and steady.
Yeah.
Steady speed. And it's 3 white lights.
A very good lift.
Very good lift. Very nice. 3rd attempt selection. And she has 6 out of 6.
Yep. Now another 2.5 kilo jump.
7.5 no? Compared to her 2nd attempt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a personal best for Evelien.
It's the first time I've actually seen blocks being used. I don't know if you've seen it more often.
Not live.
No.
No. And she pushes through. Last bit. It's a
Come on.
struggle.
She has to lock out the elbows.
Come on. She
I don't
keeps fighting.
think. No,
No. The referee
almost.
asked the spotters to grab the
Yeah.
bar. So unfortunately no lift, but she was very close, so she'll definitely get it next time.
Yeah. It is interesting how close she grips the bar. Could be because of a shoulder injury, could be because she's just stronger there, though you do not see it often.
For personal preference.
Yeah.
Come on, Anouk. 80 kilos.
A very high bench press for a minus 52 kilo lifter.
Done it before, so she can do it again.
The last one did look solid.
Safe bet. 80. Come on.
Ooh, very
That
quick.
looked very nice.
Is it elbowed that?
How you want them to look.
Yeah.
And it's 3 white lights.
Very convincing 3rd attempt.
And she finally made the 80 total because she's tried a few times.
Ah, yeah. So, I mean, this could have been a 2nd attempt easily, but
Yeah.
I do get it. It is probably a bit of a mental barrier.
Yeah, and I mean, she probably chose her last bench press conservatively because
Yeah.
of her squats.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Which is very smart.
yeah.
Could
Because
have maybe
she's going for a total, so
yeah,
it's
exactly.
a safe choice.
And now 80 kilos again for Julie Bol.
It is unfortunately too heavy today.
It was only a 2.5 kilo jump, so she's not missing out on too much.
Nope, and she can definitely get it next
Yeah.
competition.
Interestingly enough, we only see one person jumping more than 2.5 kilos on the last attempt.
Allez, puis on y va, on s'applique sur le plafond là.
Toes to get her arch.
Very solid.
Very solid. Her coach cheering her on from the sidelines. And it's a good lift. 85 kilos. And that remains on the bar for both Vroni and Elina. But first we're going to see Vroni take her third attempt on bench.
The last one did move quickly, but only a 2.5 kilo jump, I believe. Yeah.
What we see with men, we also often see women, is that the heavier weight classes often have a very strong squat.
Yeah.
And then
A weaker bench.
a weaker bench.
Yeah. I mean, depends on the arm length, but yeah.
Yeah, and also depends, like, body weight.
Oh yeah, definitely. Ooh, it looked like the right attempt. Although it moved quickly, you did see the sticking point.
She had 2 white lights and 1 blue card.
I think downward motion.
Downward movement might have been the problem, yeah.
Yeah, it did look like that. It could have been that from the where we were sitting. Ooh, a national record for
But
Elina Weber.
it might have also been elbow lockout.
Oh, could be, yeah. Okay. So this is a national record for Elina from Luxembourg.
Like, you are not allowed to chip the
Yeah.
records.
Yeah, because, yeah, second time already. I mean, that does make sense, I would think, since it's national competition.
Yeah, based on point.
Yeah.
And she pushes it out.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
Congratulations, Elina, on your national record.
That would make the playing field uneven if someone could chip their own national record, since they're from 3 different nationalities with different records.
Yep. And now we have Nais with an impressive 90 kilo
The
third attempt bench.
Yeah, the last bencher of the women. Yeah, it did look a bit unstable going down. Saw her kind of the bar shifting more away from her, which makes it harder to press.
It was too heavy today, but
She'll get it.
she'll get it next time.
Bench is a very technical lift. It's really easy to mess it up.
Yeah, the smallest deviation in your technique and
It's done.
it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we have the first bench attempt.
From the men.
80 kilo first attempt for Basile. My sincerest apologies if I don't say that right.
We are Dutch, and these names can be a bit difficult for us.
looks like a very steady first attempt. 3 white lights. That's a good lift.
Next up is Ben with a 100 kilo opener. Pretty close grip as well. No wrist wraps.
But it was a nice steady press. And it's 3 white lights. A good opener for Ben. Now there's a 107.5 kilos on the bar for Raphael. Our spotters, some questions for the liftoff. Get it exactly right, because a wrong liftoff can definitely mess with your lift.
Oh, definitely. Really important to clearly say how you want to lift off, as there's a lot of variation between first.
Yep.
Very quick.
Very fast lift.
Looked more like a warm-up than a first attempt.
But it's a nice, safe first attempt.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious what Raphael has left in the tank and what he will show us today. Now we see 110 kilos on the bar for Daniel. Entering the platform calmly,
Like
as we've seen him do.
Yeah.
That went up quickly. That makes a good lift. We have a 7.5 kilo jump for Felipe to 117.5 kilos.
Doing some stretches before bench.
Everybody has their own setup. That looks like a steady first lift. Were his elbows locked out? Yes. Referees think so.
Next up is a 127 kilos for Amin Tazi. Tazi, I don't know.
Amin can still get 9 out of 9 good lifts. And that looks really fast.
You see his arm shaking a bit, but it moves really quickly.
Yeah. Some people just have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. keep 127.5 kilos on the bar for Tiziano.
In his samurai singlet. It's a nice change of pace from all the black singlet.
Black, yeah.
A very controlled first attempt.
Definitely. And he has 3 white lights. That's a good lift. And we move on to 135 kilos on the bar for Dan. And the bar is loaded.
It was easy, bit of a
Little
sticking
speed
point.
bump. But it's a good lift.
Probably more a stability issue than a strength issue. Maybe went a bit too quick.
There's 150 kilos on the bar for Michael.
Is a very high opener, 44 kilo class.
Twice his body weight.
Looked solid.
Definitely. And he did get 1 yellow card, but it's a good lift. And yellow can be all kinds of things. It can be either that the bar was sinking into his chest after having touched it, being motionless, or maybe he missed one of the signals.
I think it sank a
Switching
bit
for free.
after the liftoff. I think that's what the judge maybe saw.
Yeah. $157.5 kilos on the bar for Martijn.
He did go 1 for 3 on his squats, so hopefully he can do better on bench.
Steady. And that's 3 white lights and a good lift.
I would say it was a bit hard for a first attempt, but who knows? Maybe he just has a good bench grind.
He might, and he might just surprise us.
Yeah, definitely.
Now we have 160 kilos on the bar for Zorin.
The 120 kilo lifter. This is a higher opener than I would imagine, because he is known for his deadlift. And usually you see people with a good deadlift have a good bench. It's the arm length on deadlift helps, but on bench it makes it a little harder.
Definitely.
Looks solid.
Looked very solid. And that's 3 white lights and a good opener. So then we go to 170 kilos for Erik. And the bar is loaded.
Now on to the second last attempt of the first attempt. quick.
Steady bench. 3 white lights.
Yep.
Almost walked into the referee
Yeah,
there when he was walking off the platform, but all went well. So now we go to a 175 kilo bench for Brandon. Brandon is also wearing a mouth guard.
Yeah.
Which is totally allowed, by the way. Lift off.
Very quick.
That looks like a very steady bench. And he gets 2 white lights and 1 red light with a yellow card.
I think elbows.
Probably elbows.
On this angle, it did look like his angles weren't fully locked out.
At the end of his lift.
Also the beginning, but I could have maybe
Maybe, yeah.
seen that one.
But he did get a start signal,
Yeah,
so
that is true. Yeah, so then it would be the end.
yeah. Now we have an 85 kilo bench for Basil, which is a 5 kilo jump from his opener. Making sure his wrist wrap is not touching the bar, because that is not allowed.
That caught some people off guard at the competition of last week, the Dutch Collegiate Championships.
This morning as well.
Yep.
This looks like a grinder, but he pushes through.
Some of the powerlifting rules are less known, even to people competing in it. It's always good to be prepared for doing a competition. You don't want to get caught off guard during your attempt.
Yeah, but both as an athlete as well as a coach, because there's also plenty of coaches that get, well, comments on their clothing, because you have to wear sports clothing.
Yeah, it was one instance today where a coach almost couldn't enter the back area because he was not wearing the right clothes.
Nope, he was wearing jeans, and that's not allowed. But he fixed a sports pants, so
he could switch with someone.
luckily. Now we have a 105 kilos on the bar for Ben.
A 5 kilo jump. A bit of a grinder.
Looks like a grinder.
He pushes through though.
Nice grind.
Is it good? It is.
It's a good lift.
Probably be a 2.5 kilo jump.
Let's see what he has left in the tank for his third attempt.
You also have the choice then to, like, you can really push for it, or you can just preserve energy for that lift.
And not do the attempt, or do just a small increase.
Yeah.
Now we have 150 kilos on the bar for Raphael.
A 7.5 kilo jump.
The nice big arch. That looks solid. He gets 3 white lights. His coach shaking his head. Yes, good job. We go to 117.5 kilos on the bar for Daniel.
Still very calm. Takes his time.
is a bit too now, but he can try in his third attempt.
It did look like he could make some technical
Yeah,
changes.
yeah. Looks like he lost a bit of his bar path as well.
Yeah.
Now we have 125 kilo. Deep has a 75 kilo squat, 75 kilo bench, so like he's injured in some
Deadlift.
kind of way. Sorry, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And that he's focusing on bench today. Ready to get some personal bests.
It is.
Looks heavy,
Ooh,
but he's pushing through.
he did get it up. Is there downward motion though?
Gonna see what the referees say.
It is good.
Is 2 white lights
What do the judges say?
and 1 yellow card.
I do see him feeling his back. So, oh, it's overruled sadly.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. That could also be why he did some stretches on his bench. He probably
Yeah.
has a lower back injury.
And it also seemed like he didn't have his elbows fully locked before he started,
Okay, yeah.
at least on his left side.
Yeah. I doubt he's gonna attempt another one, but we'll see.
He might not. We'll see.
No, he did look like he was in pain.
Hopefully it's not too bad. We now have 132.5 kilos for Tiziano. Everybody keeps pushing.
He has to work for it, but he got it up.
And that is a good lift. 3 white lights. Let's see what he has in him for a third attempt. Both his first and his second attempt moved a bit slow, but they went up. Now we have 135 kilos for Amin.
A 7.5 kilo jump. Very quick. A good lift.
It looks like he has more in the tank for his third attempt.
Definitely.
Now we have 140 kilos for Dan. First attempt had somewhat of a hiccup at the
Yeah,
end.
like a sticking point, but look more technical than strength. So this is a 5 kilo jump. Let's see how it goes.
That
That's way
looks
better.
Very steady.
Yeah,
And 3 white lights.
I think we'll probably see a 5 kilo jump.
Well, I think he said he wants to try 150. So
Oh,
the big 150.
that would be exciting. It did look very strong.
It did, indeed. Let's see what is going to be put on the board in a minute there. For now, we have 157.5 kilos on the bar for Michael.
So far, he is one of the front runners in the GL point race. Again, this competition is based on your good lift points, on your weight class, since there's a lot of different weight classes competing at the same time.
And we also cannot see on the scoreboard the flight of this morning, which is also competing.
Oh, yeah. Was that a good lift? No.
Unfortunately, no.
Elbow depth, I would assume. Maybe elbow lockout,
Well,
actually.
he got yellow card, so elbow lockout,
Yeah.
or maybe
What? Yeah.
his butt got off the bench. Maybe also a possibility.
Yeah, something went wrong. Let's put it like
Something
that.
went wrong. Yeah, there's a lot that could have gone wrong when you get a yellow card.
Yeah. Now we see Martijn with 162 kilos.
And that's a very fast descent.
Oh.
And a sticking point there.
Sadly, continues the trend from his squats.
But who knows? He has a third attempt, so he can try the 162.5 again.
It did look really close.
Yep.
It seemed like it went up and then all of a sudden just stopped. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, based on how much the bar has to go up, it's the 120 kilo lifter, Zorin. He is very tall.
Kilos. Jump.
Yeah, pretty big as well.
That's a pretty big jump.
It's the same trend as his squat. He takes big jumps. I expect the same on that lift. Looks very good
That
for a second
looks
attempt.
steady. Were his elbows locked? Yes.
Yes,
He gets 3 white lights. And he looks happy. 2 thumbs up. Now we go up to 177.5 kilos for Erik.
We have 2 people in the 105 class with very close benches. You have Erik with 177.5, and then you have Brendan with 180 kilos. Yeah. It's not something you see often in the gym.
No. I'm on benching 77.5 kilos.
And it's very
it goes
quick.
up easily. 3 white lights.
Convincing.
Good job, Erik.
Might see a relatively big jump for his third attempt.
Now 180 kilos for Brendan.
Let's see who can... Oh, only a 5 kilo jump for Erik.
Puts his mouth guard in. Ready to go.
Also very quick.
Very quick bench.
I'm expecting
And
a
it's 3
5
white
kilo jump.
lights. And we are actually, us as commentators, are looking at a little baby in front of us, and I think it's Brendan's kid, it seems to be.
Teach him young.
Yes.
She looks about a couple months old.
Not old.
No.
No.
And here we have the third attempt on bench, starting with Basil with 87.5 kilos.
2.5 kilo jump from second attempt.
Last one did look rough, so let's see how he does. Yeah. tall 74 lifter.
A tall 74 lifter. Oh, that's too heavy today, unfortunately, but
He did give it a try.
he did give it a try, and he has a nice 85 kilo on the board. So next competition, get the 87.5 kilos. Now we have 107.5 kilos on the bar for Ben.
I think a 2.5 kilo jump. Yeah.
His last bench already got a bit heavier. So let's get it. 2.5 kilo jump. And he's pushing.
Ooh.
It's a sticking
Nope,
point.
sadly he didn't get it.
Unfortunately, he went down and the Spartans grabbed him. Now we have 117.5 kilos on the bar for Daniel.
He did fail it last attempt. Let's see if he can get it this time.
I love how calmly he enters the platform.
Yeah. That's way better. Yeah.
That looks really good.
It did look like it was a technical.
3 white lights.
Yeah, like it was a technical problem on his last bench.
Yep,
So good to see that he could get it on his third attempt.
definitely. And now there's 120 kilos on the bar for Rafael.
A 5 kilo jump. It's a struggle, but he does get it up.
He kept working. And it's a good lift.
Well done, Rafael.
Very well done, and he's 6 for 6. And we go up to 135 kilos for Tiziano.
We still have a couple lifters in the running for the 9 for 9.
This is a 2.5 kilo second attempt. Unfortunately, this was too heavy today, but he can get it next time, and he has a nice 132.5 kilo bench on the board.
Also didn't waste too much energy on this, meaning he could go harder on deadlifts. If you're gonna fill your bench, do it quickly.
Yes. Now we have 140 kilos on the bar for Amin. 5 kilo jump from his attempt. That went up nicely. Oh,
Ooh.
he did not wait for the rec command.
Sadly, not a good lift.
Yes. No lift.
You have to wait for the rack command on your bench.
He also knew immediately
Yeah,
when he threw the bar back
rookie mistake.
that he didn't make it, that he didn't wait.
He was really close to the rack already, so I think that's why.
And now Dan is going for 145 kilos. It's a 5-kilo jump from his second attempt.
Yeah, his second one did look really solid. Let's see if he can get this one.
Coach cheering him on from the sidelines.
Nope.
Unfortunately, this
Too
was
much.
a bit too heavy today. It did get very quickly off his chest,
But then came the sticking point.
so better next time.
Yep.
And now we take a big jump to 157.5 kilos for Michael.
He did fill it on the second attempt.
Yeah. But he has a third attempt left in which he can try again.
I think last time he got called on elbow lockout, if I'm not mistaken. He does get it up. Is it locked out?
Looked out to me, but
Yeah.
yes.
3 white lights. Very
3
good.
white lights. Very good job,
He looks very happy, as he should be.
as he should be indeed.
Go on now.
5 kilos on the bar for Martijn.
It does look a bit shaky, but let's see how it goes.
He almost had it.
Oh.
Come on.
Not the same
Oh.
sticking point again,
Yeah.
sadly.
And then he lost bar path. So it was a bit too heavy today, but he can get it next time, and he has a nice 157.5 kilos on the board.
He is only 2 for 6 at the moment.
But he has a total,
He does.
and there's still deadlifts.
Exactly. Deadlifts can make up for a lot of kilos.
Yes. And 180 kilos on the bar for Zoran.
Which is a 7.5 kilo jump.
Looks so nice with 3 red plates.
Yeah,
And he has
he's
to work
pushing,
for it,
he's
but he's
pushing,
pushing.
he's pushing. He gets it up.
He pushed it up.
What do the judges say?
3 white lights and a
A
good
good
lift
lift.
for Zoran.
A very good grind on his third attempt.
Definitely.
Now the last 2 benches of the session.
182.5 kilos on the bar for Erik. He's being cheered on by the audience.
Oh, he gets it up.
That moves steadily.
Yeah, I think he had 2.5 more.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 white lights.
3
Very
white
good.
lights. Very nice.
A very good third attempt.
And now we have 185 kilos as the last bench press of the day. For Brandon. The bar is loaded.
Brandon does have the highest GL points at the moment on this session. He gets it up.
Very nice third attempt.
Three
Three
white
white
lights.
lights. And a good lift for Brandon. We will take a small break now of about 10 minutes until we start the deadlifts of the first flight. And we are starting again with deadlifts. The first one is a 115 kilo first attempt for Jante. Like an easy opener. 3 white lights.
Very good lift.
And she has secured her total. And she's 7 out of 7. Now we make the jump to 140 kilos for Zoe. That was a steady lift.
A very low grip. You can really see it's at the end of her fingers.
Yeah. And it's 3 white lights. It's a good lift. There's definitely more in the tank, so let's see where she's going.
Yeah.
Now we have 140 kilos still on the bar for Elina.
Very fast lockout.
White lights. Kilos on the bar for Julie. Are nice and clean. Has plenty of grip.
A very narrow stance.
Yeah. Stands often.
A solid opener.
Very solid. And a good lift. 145 kilos, stays on the bar. Bar is loaded for Evelien.
No blocks this time.
No blocks this time. Steady. 3 white lights and a good lift. Now we have a 150 kilo opener for Anouk.
Almost 3 times bodyweight opener.
Pull it before, she can pull it again. Up it goes.
Looks good.
That's 3 white lights.
Do you know what she needs to get for the qualifying total?
180.
180, okay.
And I know she didn't get close to training, so it's going to be a tricky one. And I did see her shake her head, so
Gonna be hard.
it's going to be hard. Yeah.
solid opener.
There's a nice mix between sumo and conventional lifters in this flight.
Yeah.
And the last opener amongst the women is Tony with 175 kilos on the bar. 3 rep plates. And the bar's loaded.
Ooh, very quick.
Very quick off the floor. 3 right lights. All the women have also secured a total now.
Yep.
See some points above 90. And that's, if I recall correctly, the highest points this morning were 91 points. And then I don't know anymore.
Something in the vicinity.
91 point something. So Anouk is getting close with a 90.27. Bar is loaded for Jante. 125 kilo bar. A 10 kilo jump from her opener, which went up flying. Has more of a
Fork stance.
hybrid kind of stance.
Yeah, that's also a way to call it. I think the more popular way to call it. Looks good.
That looks steady. It's a good lift. On the bar for Zoe.
Allez, on prend le temps, on s'appuie. Allez, bien solide, bien proche.
Ooh, the lockout was a bit difficult, but she does get it up.
And it's 3 white lights. It's a good lift. Curious for her second, for her third attempt. And now we have a 150 kilo second attempt for Elina. Kilo jump.
Ooh. Sadly, she doesn't get it.
It's tough off the floor, but maybe she'll go for it for a third attempt. Try it again. With sumo, you often see that it's, as long as it gets off the ground, you get it up.
Yeah. I mean, for some people, the lockout in sumo is really hard.
Yeah, that too, but it's either lockout or off the floor.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And now we have 155 kilos for Julie. Kilo jump from her opener. Three white lights makes a good lift. And now the jump 7.5 kilos. 162.5 kilos for Anouk. She has to get this one in order to get close enough to her European Championships qualification.
Let's see how it moves.
She gets it up, but the lockout is difficult.
It's a difficult
But she
lockout.
did get it. And it's a good lift,
She probably,
but making another 17.5 kilo jump might be
a bit too much.
a bit too much.
However, she is in contention for the highest GL points of the
Yes.
women. So maybe that's her focus now. We'll see.
Well, she's now in the running for men and women.
Oh, look at that. Wondering whether she will go for the 180 or just try to increase the total.
Yeah.
Sadly, Anouk did not get her second attempt.
Evelyn,
Oh, sorry, yeah, Evelyn.
Evelyn did not get her second attempt. But Anouk's second attempt is also over.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
she has to try the 162.5 again.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was probably
Okay.
overruled. It was a blue card. So downward movement or supporting the bar on the thighs.
Yeah, I think the second
Probably
one.
the second one, yeah. .5 kilos on the bar for nice. Nicely.
Building tension from the floor. As you see
Green,
with
white
some
lights.
signals.
Yeah. It's a good lift. Now there's 187.5 kilos on the bar. A 7.5 kilo jump for Tony.
Now it's Froni with 187.5 kilos on the bar.
The first attempt when applying. Up
Yeah, still quick.
as if it's nothing. 3 white lights. Good lift.
Maybe she will go for 200. Who knows?
Maybe. Who knows? It would be kind of a big jump compared to the jump she has made
That is true.
before, because she has done 7.5 kilo jumps at the most.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
So maybe 195?
Yeah, probably a bit
195.
lower.
She put 195 on the bar.
Good call.
Yeah. Now we get 130 kilos on the bar for Jante.
The first of the third attempt.
It's a 5 kilo jump from her second attempt.
For a 305 total. Sadly, is a bit too heavy.
Unfortunately, didn't get it off the ground, but she has 8 out of 9 good lifts
Good
and a
fit.
total of 300 in the minus 47 weight class.
Very impressive.
Very impressive. With a total of 84.46 kilo on the bar for Elina.
He did fail it on her last attempt, so let's see if she can get it now. It's off the floor. Oh, she's getting it up. Very nice.
Oh,
Oh,
she moved forward a bit.
sadly some
As
downward
her
motion.
lockout.
That's a
So
shame.
Fortunately, that's not a good lift. Lost her balance there a bit. But she did get it up. So she can take that home. And she has a very nice 140 kilos on the board. Total of 365 kilos and 69 good lift points. Now the bar is loaded with 155 kilos for Zoe.
Allez Zoé, on y va là. Allez, c'est maintenant au total. On va pas tout ça. Allez Zoé, on met tout ce qu'on a là. Allez, celui. Allez, on tient.
And she needs to lock it out.
Very close.
Very close. But unfortunately, not a good lift. And she has a total of 370 kilos and 87.8 good lift points. She can go home very proud. Now the bar is loaded with 160 kilos for Julie.
Oh. It's going slowly.
But it's going.
Yeah. Oh, sadly.
Oh,
The grip.
she couldn't pull it.
Very close. Very
She was
close.
very close. It was a very nice battle. She can go home with a 380 total and 83.9 good lift points. Very impressive. Now there's 162.5 kilos on the bar for Anouk. Her last attempt got overruled by letting the bar be supported on her thighs so she can try again in her third attempt. Let's go get it, Anouk.
This would be for the current first place in women for GR points. It's oh no.
Unfortunately, it was too heavy after the second attempt. But Anouk can go home with a total of 357.5 kilos and 90.27 good lift points. That is very
Very high.
impressive
Yeah.
for a minus 52 kilo lifter. The bar is loaded with 172.5 kilos for nice.
A 5-kilo jump.
needs to lock it out, and she does it.
Is it a good lift? It is.
It is 3
Very
white
impressive.
lights and a good lift. She's 8 for 9 with a total of 420 and 87.9 good lift points. As the last deadlift among the women, we have a 195 deadlift for Vroning, which is a 7.5 kilo jump from her second attempt.
You called it.
I called it. And that last attempt was very steady. We expect this one as well.
Yeah, definitely. That would be a 9 for 9 meet. The only one.
Only woman.
There's one.
Male lifter who's still in the running for a 9 for 9.
Yeah. That just shows how rare it is to get 9 out of 9 in a meet. They're quickly vacuuming the carpet before. As the baby powder that's used for the lack of friction could make you slip on that lift.
Being cheered on by the audience. Wow, that came off the floor quickly. And that's 2 white lights.
I would call that a slow opener, but it's a third attempt.
Yeah. And she had 1 red card, which is probably for shoulder.
Yeah, I think so too. So that's a 9 for 9 meet for Vroni. Very well done.
492.5 kilo total and 86 good points.
Very impressive.
Now we are going to the last deadlifts of today
Yep.
for the men.
We'll probably start with a 75 kilo lift. Oh no, he's not even attempting it. There was there was one guy who was injured, but he also got more injured on bench, so he probably decided to not go for the 75 kilo deadlift.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Now we have a 172.5 kilo opener for Basile.
Let's see how it goes. Move like an opener.
Definitely. And we go to 185 kilos for Tiziano. We have quite some deviations in the deadlifts among the men.
Yeah.
We go from 172.5 to a 310 kilo opener. That's how it can be if you mix up weight classes. Might use baby powder. This looked like it was too heavy.
Yeah. He does have very short arms for that lift. But I'm wondering if what went wrong here. Because it's not often you feel an opening.
No, maybe he's just feeling a bit off.
Yeah, it happens. There's
But
a
he
lot
can
of
try again.
yeah.
If he needs to, he can try again twice. And we have 190 kilos on the bar for Daniel.
Feel as calm as ever. He is lifting in squat shoes. Very interesting.
Wow.
With an elevated heel.
Yeah, it's actually style of the head
Weightlifter.
coach of the Luxembourg's
Is
team.
it?
Yeah.
Very interesting. You almost never see that.
No, I I know he advises it to most people.
Interesting
Yeah.
to put it like that.
It's actually on the judges' table right now.
Oh.
Yeah. Alain. And now we have a 190 kilos opener from Raphael.
Looks good.
That looks like a very nice first
Yeah. That's good.
deadlift.
3 white lights.
And we keep 190 kilos on the bar for Ben. And I'm curious because he's also from the Luxembourg team. Will he be wearing
Yeah.
squat shoes? Nope.
Nope.
He's coming on flats. Being cheered on by the coaches.
Throw the bar straight.
Both ready? Yeah. Up very quickly. 3 white lights. Has secured his total. Now we go up to 215 kilos for Michael. And a shout out to our loaders and spotters for loading the bar so quickly, such that the competition can move along nicely.
That could save up to 2 hours over a whole flight. Of course, the longer the flight, the harder it is for lifters to keep energized.
Let's go, Michael. See if his deadlift is explosive as his squat. Yes, it is. It definitely is.
I would say it's more explosive.
And that's 3 white lights and a good first lift.
Yep. Next up is Amin with 150 kilo.
We're going to see the 250 as an opener 3 times.
3 times, yeah.
First for Amin.
He is very wide. His toes almost touching the plate. Yep.
Drop them on.
Ooh, yeah, no, that's scary.
Yeah.
It's the downside of having big feet if you pull sumo.
Yes. But it was a good lift.
Yeah.
And his toes are all totally fine.
Yes.
Yes.
Luckily.
Luckily. Now we have 250 kilos on the bar again for Martijn.
Hasn't had the best meet so far, but let's see. And, do some nice deadlifts.
Yes. At least secure the total.
Yes. Exactly.
Up.
That looks good. Let's see what the judges say. Yeah, that's
And
a good
that's
lift.
a good lift, and he secured his total. Now keep 250 on the bar. This time for Brandon. And the bar is loaded.
That's a lower opener than squats. Interesting.
He has a very long torso.
Yeah. Also some shorter arms. Yeah, he did have the highest bench in the group, so that also.
Move up
Really well.
very well. And that's 3 white lights and a good lift. And we move up to 260 kilos. For Erik. bar is loaded. He looks ready to attempt his deadlifts,
In my opinion, the most fun part of a meet,
in my opinion, too.
both to watch and to
I agree.
less thinking, just pulling.
And that's 3 white lights and a good first lift for Erik. And now we go up 5 kilos to 265 for Dan, who has kind of a big deadlift also compared to his squat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially for the weight class as well. That's a very
Yeah.
high opener. I do know that the open total record is 311 kilos, but for an opener, that's not too far away. It's also a very high total record. And is still a young lifter, it looks like.
your weight class, right?
No, I'm 93.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
And that's a good lift.
Very convincing opener.
And now we move up to no less than 310 kilos.
A casual opener.
A casual opener.
Let's see how the 310 moves.
I've seen him pull before.
Taking his time to set up nicely. Very important with weights. Don't want to.
And he has time. That moves up so quickly.
That is convincing.
I am so blown away.
Yeah.
3 white lights and a good lift for Zoran. And
I'm
Zoran
next.
as well secured his total. He's now on 735.
Yeah. Jumping up 25 kilos on his second attempt.
Holy smokes.
I mean, with those weights, it's not even 10% to be fair.
Okay, fair point.
Yeah.
But first, we have a 180 kilogram deadlift by Basil. The bar is being made ready.
Or it's the second attempt. So the bar will get cleaned between the first and second attempts. So between after the whole flight is gone, and then for the third attempt, we will clean the bar between each lift.
A bit to the right. Yeah, you're in it.
And he pulls it up.
Oh, can he lock it out? He can. I think.
And far back.
Yeah, I think that's a good lift. Yes,
And
it
that's
is.
3 white lights and a good lift for Basil.
He is very relieved. I think he has some issues with his thumb as he uses hook grip, which can mean that you rip your thumb.
Yeah. Can be
It-
quite painful.
Yeah, it basically means that you wedge your thumb in your hand to secure your grip. It's very effective, but can be painful, and sometimes it can go wrong. Especially with these competition bars, they are extra, the knurling is extra sharp to add more grip.
Grip is down more easily.
Yeah, definitely.
Now we have Tiziano with a 185
Oh, he did get it.
kilos.
So he
And
secured
he
his total.
Gets it, yes.
Is it a good lift? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Very nice.
Interesting.
Good job, Tiziano.
Yeah, the first one looked like it was just too much, but the second one went up pretty easily
I
actually.
think he has more in him.
Yeah.
Maybe a confidence.
Yeah, he did take his time, and from my experience, if you're a bit bigger, you do lose tension if you're just waiting in the hole. It's a bit harder to hold tension.
Okay. Now we get 2 kilos on the bar for Raphael.
200 kilos for Rafael. A 10 kilo jump on the opening.
And he pulls it off the ground. Nice luck out.
It's good.
200 kilos space.
And it's a good lift.
Yes, a good lift. He can still go 9 for 9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is he the only one?
he's the only one amongst the men.
Yeah.
Yep. And now we have a 200 kilo second attempt for Ben. That moved up quickly.
Very solid.
And a good lift for Ben. The big 200 has been made official. And now there's 205 kilos on the bar for Daniel. The bar is loaded. Starts at a very low stance.
Yeah, it's the same as his squats. It's the Olympic style. They have a very different way of deadlifting and squatting because they're, of course, what they need to train is different.
Yes. That's a good lift for Daniel.
Maybe he's also an Olympic weightlifter. Could
He
explain.
might be.
Yeah.
Now we go to 225 kilos for Michael.
Let's see if it's as fast as his first one.
So interesting how he's such an explosive lifter.
Yeah.
He can fire so many muscle fibers at once.
Very fast twitch.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, yeah, that's as
Yep.
fast. I mean,
You blink and it's done.
yeah. I would say that's maybe his opener was a little bit light. Looking
Yeah.
at this,
Yeah, definitely. He can do quite some more, I'd say.
I would expect a 10 kilo jump, but we'll see.
We'll see. Then we move up to 265 kilos for Martijn.
A big jump. Let's see if he can get a second attempt.
Kilo jump.
It's a big jump. First one did move well. Oh, that
That's nicely. Let's see what the judges think. It's not a good
Yeah.
lift.
looked like ramping from the side, and the red one is shoulders.
Lockout.
Lockout,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Either
the strength
knees
is
or
there.
shoulders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the strength is there, so hopefully he can get it on his third attempt.
Yeah.
And now we have Brandon with a 20 kilo jump, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, that's big. I mean, again, with these weights,
His opener went up quickly.
yeah, maybe just felt really well. By making the big jumps, you can conserve energy for your last attempt.
Yep.
Yeah,
That moved up
Yeah.
nicely.
that moves like a second attempt, I would say.
Nice belt flick
Yeah,
at the end. 3 white lights. In Dutch we would say hoppa. And then there's 272.5 kilos on the bar
yeah.
for Erik.
Which is a 12.5 kilo jump. It moves. A He locks
He
it out.
locks it out. Are his shoulders locked?
I believe so. Let's see what the judges think. Yeah,
The judges agree.
he is very happy.
Good job, Erik.
Yeah, did he maybe qualify for something?
He might have.
Let's see.
720.
720. Ooh, he's 105. He qualified for those nationals,
Nice.
I believe. Yeah,
Job.
very impressive.
Very impressive. The qualifications have gone up quite a lot.
Oh yeah. And now a big deadlift for the 93 kilo weight class. Let's see how it moves.
75.
And let's pray for his toes. My partner is afraid to look. It's good. Yeah.
His toes are okay.
We're all very happy.
And it's waiting for the last referee. That connection gonna fail us at the very last moment. Yes, okay, it's a good lift.
The referees signaled with their thumbs that it's a good lift. Might be some hiccups with the internet. Who knows? Happens from time to time.
Now we have 280 kilos on the bar for Dan.
A
15 kilo jump. Yes.
in the 83 kilo weight class.
This is a really big deadlift for an 83 kilo class.
That would put him at that would put him at a very high
Good.
GL point.
Get it done.
Oh, it's very good.
It moves nicely.
I think that
Damn.
puts him in contention to win, if it's a good lift.
And we're still waiting on the last referee.
Yeah,
He's
it's
putting
good.
up his thumb. It's a good lift.
That puts him at a 91.1 GL points, which is the highest at the moment. If he gets his third attempt, I think that would
Yeah. We
all
of
but
course
secure
also
it.
have the competing tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
Also going for the same ranking basically.
Yeah, all the men and women are competing for the same prize.
Yeah.
Per, of course, women or men. And now we see Zoran with a 335 kilo deadlift for his second attempt. Very normal. Let's see how it goes.
Ready?
Then on 6 plates.
Wow.
Oh, and it's moving. It's harder. Is it a good lift?
Last referee
Yeah.
putting up his thumb.
It's a good lift.
It's a good
It
lift.
did look harder, so I don't think he will make too big of a jump, to be honest.
Let's see. Maybe he is just gonna do
Yeah. Oh,
60.
360.
Holy smokes.
I think he wants to win as well, because he's on 90 GL points at the moment.
Wow. 360.
At the moment, we have 4 lifters close to 90 who are in contention on winning. Of course, it does depend on tomorrow, since there will be more lifters. It is nice to see such a close battle between different weight classes.
Also nice to see that if you don't have like the strongest squat, it doesn't mean you can get.
Oh
It
yeah,
still means you can get first place
Yeah.
with the deadlifts and
Exactly.
bench. It can all
that's the beauty of powerlifting.
change.
You never know.
You never know.
Basil with a 2.5 kilo jump.
182.5 kilos on the bar.
Let's see if his thumb can hold up. I did see him pointing at it that it's hurting. Nope.
Nope.
Maybe a good thing to not pivot any further.
Yeah. Yeah, looking at his hand again, but
Yeah.
a very nice attempt. And he has the very nice total of 412.5 kilos and 61 good lift points.
Tiziana will go up 2.5 kilos. Let's see if he can add a little bit to his total.
187.5 kilos on the bar.
Oh, he's getting it up.
Moving up.
It looks good. I wonder what happened on his first attempt then.
Yeah. 3 white lights and a good lift
Yeah.
for a total of 522.5 and 66.9 good lift points. Very, very good day. Now we have 205 kilos on the bar for Rafael.
5 kilos. He looks ready to go.
And he's going up.
That's a fast third attempt. He is very happy with it.
He's happy.
Yeah. Probably a nice personal record.
Good job. It's a good lift. Thumbs are going up. And he has a nice total of 490 kilos and 69 good lift points. Now there will be 212.5 kilos on the bar for Daniel. Last slow and steady walk to the platform today.
Yeah. He's been very consistent with them.
He has been very consistent. And it's going up.
And it's good. I mean, is it? Yeah.
It is a good lift. 8 out of 9 good lifts and a 500 kilo total, no less.
Very nice.
67 good lift points. Now 212.5 stays on the bar for Daniel. Oh, I said that wrong. 232.5 kilos for Michael.
This is not Michael.
This is Ben.
Um,
The board is going wrong, but this is Ben with 212.5.
yeah. There you go. Looks good.
Nice, strong ending of the day. And
And
it's
it's
a
good.
good lift.
Yeah.
212.5 kilos for the 500 total.
Oh.
Yeah. And now we move up to 232.5 kilos on the bar for Michael. He already has a 600 total. He can make it 607.5.
We're expecting this to fly up.
We are very explosive lifter.
Only a 7.5 kilo jump, even
Yeah.
though his attempt performed very quickly.
As you said, some lifters
Yeah.
just have an abrupt stop to where they can go.
Exactly.
But we're expecting this to fly. Going up.
Well, I mean,
Very quickly, yes.
it did take him like a microsecond longer.
A microsecond, yes.
That's all I need.
But 3 white lights and a good lift. A total of 607.5 kilos
Yeah.
and 90.4 good lift points.
Still faster than some people's openers. Or your warm-up.
For everybody who's just tuning in, I'm a grinder.
Yeah.
Now we get 265 kilos on the bar for Martijn. He has missed this on his second attempt, so he can try again. The bar is loaded.
He is getting some back slaps, I believe. Hyping him up. Oh, no, he's actually not lifting.
Nope.
Wait, there's
Wait,
what is
something
happening?
on the board is going wrong. Ah, the time has started ticking.
Coming for the third lift.
But
I
he
think he might
might
skip.
not be coming for his
Yeah,
third
I
lift.
saw him. Oh, I see him sitting in front of me.
Oh. He's not coming for his
Okay,
third
so
lift.
he is in the audience, so he's not going to go for it. But what he is doing is waiting so that other competitors can get the rest they want. It's a very sportsmanlike thing to do, to watch your fellow competitors.
Unless it's a very, very big flight,
Yeah, then, I mean, yeah.
then it's better to just put a 0 on the board. The way Filippo's done.
Yeah.
But the spotters and loaders do have to wait until the minute passes until they can unload and reload the bar again.
Yeah.
Because someone might change their mind.
He
And
could run towards the podium now.
he could run towards the podium, but he has 3 more seconds, so
Now it's too
highly
late.
unlikely.
Yeah.
And his time is up. So they're changing the weights on the bar, making it 280 kilos. And new rep plates get smashed on. The bar is loaded for Erik.
280 kilos.
Is it 10 kilo now?
7.5.
7.5, yeah.
Yeah.
When people are lifting the same weight, the order of entering the platform is decided based on your lot number.
Yeah. Basically, you got to assign a number for your competition. It's random.
Wow, that's a nice third attempt. What do the referees say?
It's good.
It's a good lift.
A very good
and
lift.
he is happy.
Yeah.
Good job. 8 out of 9 good lifts and a total of 727.5 kilos.
Very nicely done.
90.4 good lift. It's very nicely done.
Now 280 kilos again for Brandon.
10 kilo increase for Brandon.
Yeah. He is hyping himself up.
Getting his belt tightened.
Yeah.
The audience cheering him on to
Oh.
lock it out.
It looks good. He's a bit shaky, but that should be fine.
Let's see what the referees say.
Yeah.
And it's a good lift.
Very well done.
Very nicely done. Also 8 out of 9 lifts.
Yeah.
A total of 735 kilos and 91.7 good lift points. Very well done.
Yeah.
We have a 292.5 kilo deadlift for Dan.
In the
Holy
83 kilo
smokes.
class. He's already first on GL points for the man at the moment. But this would certainly give
No,
him.
he's not anymore.
Is he not?
No, Brandon
you're
just
correct.
caught up
oh,
with him.
yeah.
Yeah. So he has to
Yeah.
pull this to
Okay.
get the most good lift points out of today's flight.
Let's see if he can get it.
Looks determined to pull it.
Very calm.
Very calm. But also hyped.
Almost 300 kilos. See, that's less than 20 kilos away from the open record. Oh. Past the
He
knees.
keeps
Can he lock it
pulling,
out?
He keeps pulling.
Oh, he can lock it out. Is it a good lift?
Oh! What do the referees say? Oh.
Blue is ramping, I do believe. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
either supporting on the thighs or hitching. But he still has a total of 655 kilos and 91.9 good lift points. A very
impressive.
good job. And he has a deadlift of more than 3 times his body weight. That's insane.
Yeah. Especially the higher the weight class, the more
The more
impressive
difficult
it
it becomes, yeah.
is. I mean, want some hype?
295 kilos on the bar. A 20 kilo jump from his second attempt.
He's probably pulling for something.
Probably. Maybe a Belgian
Yeah, maybe.
open qualification. The audience cheering him on. Oh! It was too heavy today.
Yeah. Toes,
Thanks the audience.
yeah. Toes are still intact though.
Toes are still intact. Makes
So
me
we're
happy.
happy. Yeah.
And he has 7 out of 9 good lifts with a total of 662.5 kilos and a total of 87 good lift points.
And now, a 360 kilo attempt from Zoran.
Holy smokes!
That's a lot of plates. Poor spotters.
6 red plates, a yellow plate, a black plate, and the closers.
I mean, it's a warm-up for me personally, but
They're making the bar extra clean. Make sure there's no technicalities like that.
yeah.
Holding Zoran back from pulling this 360 deadlift.
I mean, besides it just being very hard to lift, holding it is even more difficult.
Yeah. With weights like these, grip is the first thing to give out.
Yeah.
If strength is there.
If the strength is there, yeah.
Everybody cheering Zoran on.
His last attempt did look pretty hard, so let's see. Pull it off.
You never know what hype can do.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on. Oh. Oh,
Looks
it
like he
looks like
slipped.
he slipped or hurt himself or
He walked
he
away
tried.
fine. Yeah.
he tried.
He
and
did
had-
get it off the ground.
He did get it off the ground.
That's more
yes.
than most people.
Definitely. Yes. I mean, it's your warm-up, but
Yeah, but yeah. I'm just holding it, I'm not lifting it.
Yes. And he did get 7 out of 9 good lifts with a total of 760 kilos and 90.1 good lift points. Very impressive result. And that ends the deadlifts and the competition for today. You can keep listening for the ceremony later on, but
For now, we'll be taking a short break.